Hi, I'm KO Crosby. This is Kathy. We're the Crosbys.
Hi.
Um, we lived in this house for 28 years and raised two boys, and this is a spectacular neighborhood. It's a county island, but it has sidewalks. And the nicest folks live around here. We have all kinds of events that various people sponsor, from having the girls down the street bring a wagon and distribute paper sacks and luminaries on Christmas Eve. You should come here for Christmas Eve, even if you don't live here, and just walk around. There's 4th of July party with tricycle races and cakewalks, and because this is a county island, we've always been able to have fireworks here. And so everybody, not just from the block, but blocks around, brings their fireworks and shows
To the park.
And there's a little playground there. It's a secret park. It's interior. It's a county island, but the folks here take such ownership that we took over the park and we run it, and we have neighborhood input all the time. So go ahead.
Well, we should probably talk about the fruit trees. We've got a massive pomegranate tree over here that just provides more pomegranates. I mean, we're giving them to neighbors. It's great. They make great juice, by the way. And over here is a chestnut tree. It's really unusual for Fresno to have a chestnut tree, but it's kind of cool looking, and I love the pom-poms on it.
But behind the chestnut tree is a valley oak tree. They grow to be the biggest oaks in California, and I deliberately left lower branches for a future little boy to climb that tree. So please don't cut the lower branches.
All right, should we go inside?
Sure, let's go inside. Go. This garage used to be a carport, and there was a driveway going around. We put in the driveway. It was a huge garage. There's room for bicycles and lawnmowers, and I had 3 workbenches and tons of storage, and there's lots of places to put your spray paint cans. Lots of attic space. Up above is an enclosed space where all of our Christmas decorations go. There's a huge beam holding this place up. Going back to the interior, whatever called central vac, I guess it's called.
We haven't been using it, but it worked when we stopped using it.
Oh, it's still running.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
So I like a big walkway to an entry, not a skinny little stepping stones from the front door.
We forgot to introduce Brian.
Brian
cameraman.
is our cameraman.
Hi,
Grandma.
you didn't see
Sorry.
me, but I'm the listing agent, and I'll give you my phone number so that you can contact me.
The entryway, my father-in-law and I built these stairs out of solid maple and glass pavers, and the whole house is covered with tile, from slate tile. We have a slight step down for a living room. There's been all kinds of different uses here, of couches all the way around and a giant coffee table. When our boys were teenagers, we had a pool table in here. I would highly recommend that. That way you know where your kids are and their friends are there at your house under your supervision.
Also, we used it as a media room. We
Yeah,
have blackout curtains on the front wall and on this side wall here. And we projected onto a big screen in the, that side of the room. But that was really fun too. The kids loved that as well, especially when they're going into college age.
A while back we did sort of an addition and giant remodel to our kitchen. A local architect, Paul Halajian, did this. You might see similarities in his work at St. Columbus Church at Fresno State and
Fresno Pacific.
Fresno Pacific and other places like the Presbyterian Church downtown. So there's lots of built-ins. We have cabinets, buffet table, nice view.
I really liked being able to look out on the front from the dinner table, especially if we were expecting people.
And every space has been taken advantage of, so there's room for displays here. All this custom work with maple wood and beautiful glass shelves. There's a kitchen kind of desk for, Kathy used that for putting stuff in purses and recipes, and the cheese back here, and there's a built-in speaker radio system for speakers up there and speakers to go to outside. Tons of storage for like pantry things and appliances. By enlarging, going outside of the original footprint of the house, we were able to have really big windows. There's just a giant set of trees out there, redwood trees that we don't have to trim that are in our neighbor's yard. Nearly Olympic-sized pool. It definitely has an Olympic diving board. That's the exact same kind. It's been in the Olympics. That if you haven't had a pool or kids using a pool, they always are on the shallow end. There's huge, broad stairs there, large play area in the shallow end, and there's a swim step or a bench seat that people can hang out by the diving board. You can hop out there and get back up on the diving board.
I want to mention a couple of things about the kitchen. The granite counters are great, low maintenance. They don't show any kind of stains or anything like that. You can just spill wine on it and it doesn't even matter. But also the backsplash goes up. It's the same stone, and it just wipes clean. You don't have to worry about grout or anything. It's just great for that. Also, the stove has 5 burners, which is great. It's a gas stove. Cooks very well. And we also have a instant hot and filtered cool water at the sink built in, and that's been really handy too. I love that thing.
Pardon me for interrupting, but I'd like to point out that I don't think people really notice or appreciate there's a unique edge, 45-degree bevel on the granite. This is one piece. You don't see any joint lines. There's not 45-degree cuts like this one over here. This is one piece of granite here. I had to take the switch plates off to lower it down. It fits so perfectly. You just won't see this kind of quality of work.
Also, I wanted to talk about the floors really quick. These natural slate floors have been amazing. They've been down for about 20 years, and they don't show wear. Originally they said we had to have it resealed, every couple of years, but we found that the finish doesn't really wear off. We've done it a few times, but it holds up really well. And also the kids can come in out of the pool soaking wet, dripping on the floor, because they're never great about drying off. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to run around and wipe it up like you would a wood floor or even linoleum. It just doesn't hurt it at all.
I forgot to point out that there's a pass-through shelf with a big shelf on the outside for entertaining. This is the place and yard for entertaining. We have a big lawn over there that we set up a badminton court on there. The older kids can be jumping and diving, young kids playing on the steps. We've had parties and family reunions and holidays where we have set up tables on the lawn in the shade of the big trees. There's 2 gas outlets for barbecues. We just use the one on a patio typically, but there's a giant barbecue out there. And also, in the future, somebody could put a built-in barbecue, and there's water out there. There's a place to drain that was already drilled through the hard pan.
Do you want to go look at the backyard, or should we?
Yeah, let's go to the
We're
backyard.
talking about the backyard.
Oh, sure.
Why don't we go through here and finish this room, maybe, huh?
All right. Can you go open the custom room?
Yeah. So this is the laundry room. There's a utility sink here, which is great.
Place to hang out the clothes. We call this room the Costco room because we stored all of our stuff from Costco here that we nearly worship there weekly.
So yeah, that's been really handy to have that extra storage.
So that door goes to the garage, but this was
This is just a little half bath.
really nice for the
Storage
pool.
here.
Towels for kids there so people can exit and enter from the bathroom.
Also, we have a window shade that comes down in case the sun gets too bright in the kitchen.
This is like a commercial roll-down window shade.
Yeah. It's helpful when it's really hot.
The patio cover has party lights on the ceiling. It also has 3 skylights so that light comes into the family room over there. And then we got this giant beast of a barbecue. And it's plumbed for gas also.
Nice backyard. Okay.
So also the pool is Pebble Tech, which is really low maintenance, and you don't have to, they say you have to redo your plaster every 5 or 10 years, and this you don't have to redo.
So there's citrus trees here, grapefruit, lemon, tangerine, orange tree, persimmon tree. I had my daughter-in-law come visit from Pennsylvania at Christmas time, and she walked around the backyard and said, "Whoa, you can go out in your backyard and get food." I guess that's a novel concept for people from the East Coast. Depending on how adventurous you are, when the boys were small, we had a climbing structure here. We had a zip line going from here to the base of the diving board, so they could go from the climbing structure and hit the pool on a zip line cable. Any of this stuff you want to know how to do, I'll be happy to show you how to do it again. I think this would be just a fabulous place for a young family. I didn't realize how much my kids would play in the pool. I was captain of the swim team at Fresno State and really wasn't looking for a pool, but boy, I was glad we had a pool, because from the minute, even before it's warm enough, the kids are in the pool and all stinking day.
You want to talk about the storage sheds? I think we talked about those.
Sure.
This is the storage shed.
This is one of them. The flush that I mentioned that we'll put in the warm up.
It's got water,
Yeah,
power in here.
It's got water and hot water and an air conditioner, and you can move out your annoying teenage son, or may have your mother-in-law stay here for a long week or something.
All right.
For parties and entertaining, we've had set up badminton court over here, and kids can be playing on the diving board, getting out right there. There's another step there you can get out on. Oh, I forgot to mention we have 2 peach trees here. And if you need a bay leaf for your spaghetti, you can get one.
Oh, California laurel tree.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
And you probably saw all the roses. And oh, if you're into Thai cooking, we have a Thai lemongrass there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So my dad bought this diving board like in 1965.
And it's all one piece of aluminum, right? They
Yeah,
extrude it.
This is the Olympic diving board.
I'm afraid you're going to
And
go in.
I'll give somebody lessons if they want. That section of fence can be lifted out, and we brought my son's car diagonally in through here and put it along the side where you'll be able to see in a minute underneath the persimmon tree.
For storage. He was
Yeah.
moving out of state, so needed a place to put his car. So beats paying for mini storage.
So my son had a workbench out here as a blacksmith. Another time he had his car parked here. You could probably park 2 cars in a row here. And there's 2 more storage sheds here, and fencing if somebody wants to use it.
If you need storage, this is your house.
You got a bunch of junk. I had to get rid of a bunch of my good junk to move in move out of here.
If your stuff doesn't fit here, you have too much.
You're on.
So this is kind of ground zero of the home. Everybody's hanging around the kitchen. My wife liked having a lower counter here. You notice the cooktop is lower, so you can see into that pot of spaghetti. But this lower shelf here compared to over there made it so that it was easier to roll out pie crust and stuff. I guess I should have left that up to her to extol the virtues. Have an honest to goodness wood burning fireplace. You can have a real Christmas Eve here with a real fire and a place you can hang up your Christmas stockings. This was the room we were primarily in probably because it was close to the food, and we could just be watching everything, and my wife in the kitchen could be watching us and everything and be part of a conversation and not be isolated in some other room.
Did we shoot all of this too so they could see how high the ceilings are and
There's a lot of light that comes
through? It's a lot
through.
of light. It's wonderful.
That's
Natural light.
is that 12 feet?
I don't know, you're the tall guy. How high can you reach?
That's 8 feet.
Okay.
It's at least 10. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And politics, you know, tell me when. So the architect took great pains to be aware of the lighting and the views. So there's not just the usual lights. We have lights built in into darn near everything. There's lights above the cabinets and pendant lights and can lights. You're not going to feel like it's a dungeon in here.
Can you talk about the cabinets real quick? Just that they're very custom, obviously, to fit this unique kitchen, and they are the outsides are maple, and the inset the outsides are cherry, and the inset is maple.
And this is solid cherry.
Okay, we're on.
So family room.
So this is just a very comfortable place to be hanging out as our family room. This beautiful green pool view there. Big shade trees, those ash trees. We used to have a barbecue connected to a gas line that's right there at the post. There's another barbecue. We were too lazy to walk all the way out there, but for big parties and cooking lots of hamburgers, we used the big barbecue out there.
Okay, so I just wanted to mention the covered patio. It's a nice big patio. There's 3 skylights in it to lighten it up a little bit. And also we put party lights up there, which are staying with the house, which really makes it fun.
To upstairs, there's one son's bedroom was over here. It's got a closet area and lots and lots of room. And notice that pretty much everything upstairs has this dark stained oak. And we've got more extra oak in the storage area if you want to add to something. And Kathy's responsible for making the bathroom up here look like a spa. Those are real rocks on the floor.
They are river rocks.
This room I used as my office. The armoire can stay, and there's a really big walk-in closet with built-in drawers over there too.
Now these floors are different.
Yeah, is the thing running?
Yeah.
Oh, this is solid oak also, and it's just stained darker than the other. We should set up a little table as a place to have either wave hello to your audiences or.
address the masses from here.
Have a little table and chairs and sip your coffee. But this is a really quiet neighborhood. I think all of the big trees help absorb any traffic noise also.
It's a really lovely room.
Nice and big, plenty of room for storage. That's a king size bed, so plenty of room.
Continuing out, more built-in shelving and
We don't like to waste space. We like storage, so that's the story there.
and more custom tiling and flooring and custom sinks and his and her places.
Walk-in closet over there, and then I like that the commode and shower are separate from the rest of the area. Also, this is an ironing board right here. I don't know if that's a thing for you. I'm not a big ironer, but you kind of do need one anyway, so. It's required, isn't it, to have an ironing board? Even if you don't use
so.
it? I think it is.
Lots of light in here too.
Lots of light. Beautiful house. It's been really good to us. Hopefully it'll be really good to whatever lucky person ends up with it.
Yeah, we're hoping a family will move in with small children and be able to raise them to adulthood like we got to do.
However, it's not just a family home.
No.
It's a home for anybody who wants a home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's and lots of room to grow, expand, or just spread out.
Yeah. Your family really enjoyed the experience of living here.
Oh,
did.
absolutely.
And
yeah.
not just family, but guests. I mean, people would come in and just go, oh, this is great, and just feel at home and feel comfortable and not cramped at all. It's
One time when my son was small, he had a birthday party and a little boy came over and said, wow, you have a 2-story house and a pool and a tree. So I guess he lived in a place that was a brand new neighborhood and just had little sticks for trees. So you can build tree houses here.
Okay. Let's go.
So this is just a really unique house. If you're tired of looking at the cookie cutter, same old beige, bland houses, and you're looking for something a little more different, a little exciting, a little style to it, this is your place. And you can tell just when you walk in from the blue front doors that it's going to be different. It's just has a unique style to it. So if that's what you're looking for, this is your house.
I think your family and friends will be very impressed. This is a stunning, unique place where people are going to look at this, look at that, look at the shelf space, look at the kitchen, look at the counters, see the staircase, see the gigantic backyard. This is going to be a very impressive, very special place.
And you can stop paying your mini storage because there's plenty of room here.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm Brian Martin, and for more information about this lovely home, please feel free to give us a call.